No, okay, let me get low. That, bro, he's eating something. Oh, that's so creepy.
As drone technology continues to advance, the possibilities for capturing incredible footage seem endless.
Too close.
Look at him, dude.
From the uncontacted tribe and people floating with sharks to strange creatures and curious cows, here are things that, if the drone did not capture, no one would have believed. The Rake. Some friends decided to record the woods with their drone, and they ended up recording something they never thought they would. As they got near an old haunted-type place, they saw a weird creature sitting in the dark.
No, okay, let me get low. That, bro, he's eating something.
It did look disturbed by the drone, so as the drone came near, the creature moved away. The friends were so intrigued that they did not realize when the creature actually came just behind their car and eventually was on top of their car. They got scared.
Like, what the hell, dude?
And that's when it just vanished. None of the friends knew where it went. But aren't we just glad that it's gone? Floating with sharks. We humans always have the urge to do some courageous things. And well, we can't say that this woman just took courage to another level when she was captured by a drone camera floating above the water while lots and lots of sharks swim beneath her. I don't understand how exactly she was so calm about it. Did she not know? Or are all those sharks her friends? The Uncontacted people. In 2016, Jose Carlos Morales was on an expedition in the Amazon forest when he spotted a tribe that's never been contacted before. Crazy, right? From above, he saw these peeps covered in bright red body paint, maybe from some crushed seeds or something. Morales said that these are Indian tribes that ran away from other parts of the continent and started living in the Amazon forest near Brazil. It's wild to think that there are still tribes out there that have never been in contact with the outside world. A hammerhead shark. This curious hammerhead shark was recorded by a drone swimming stealthily beneath the swimmers, unaware of its presence. It went near one, made a few rounds, and then went near the other one and did the same thing. Maybe the humans, being oblivious, made it possible for the shark to remain calm and not attack? Or maybe it was just looking to make some friends. Bigfoot. A man in Mexico happened to catch sight of a huge creature walking up on the mountains. For those who are thinking that it can be fake, well, just know that it's not. Considering the size of the buildings, the mountains, and then the creature, it was definitely a Bigfoot wandering along the hills, going God knows where. Shark feeding frenzy. Ever wonder how sharks snack lazily when they do not want to go fight or hunt? Well, this is how they do it.
God.
When a storm pushed a massive school of 500 fish on one side, the sharks knew that it was going to be their lucky day. But beware, sharks having a lot of food does not mean they're not going to fight, because they will. But only if it comes to that, of course. A monster on the road. This footage was recorded somewhere in the United Kingdom, and we can see a strange being hopping through the road. Months before the video was uploaded, people in the area were saying that they'd seen a weird creature, but no one believed them until they saw it with their own eyes. And if you're wondering what that thing was, we don't know. Teleportation. This video was recorded by a drone in the United States, and it claims to have filmed a man teleporting. At first, we see him just walking by the roadside, and then he suddenly vanishes into thin air. Where exactly did he go? How did he manage to do that? So many questions were asked, but alas, no more information could be dug up. A troll. It all started when this brave guy decided to venture into a dark cave, and boy, did he capture something jaw-dropping. He filmed this massive troll emerging from the depths of the cave, and it's pretty intense. Sadly, the video cuts off, so we don't know what happened next. But dang, I don't think I'd be brave enough to go looking for that troll. A stranded climber. Drones have allowed us to witness some incredible things. Take this stranded climber, for example. The video you're about to see shows an Indian man named Babu stuck on a cliff for 2 whole days without food or water. Babu was out on a hike with some friends when he slipped and got trapped. Despite their efforts to save him, it wasn't until the Indian Army stepped in that Babu was finally rescued. Thankfully, the whole ordeal was caught on camera thanks to the Army's drone. Man sunbathing. This man was recorded by a drone sitting high up on a wind turbine. He was just relaxing there like it was no big deal to be sitting at such a height and in such a dangerous place. According to the owner of the clip, the wind turbine was about 200 feet high. God knows what exactly he was thinking going up there. Maybe it's his daily routine. A strange creature. If you think it's only us humans and animals who inhabit the planet, you think wrong. Because hidden from our eyes lurks creatures which we cannot even explain. For instance, this one creature which was spotted somewhere during a huge storm. Among the sky full of clouds, we can see this huge thing roaming the earth. People have even named it the creature of the end time. A clown. When a guy was out testing his brand new drone and seeing how it works, he captured this weird clown in the middle of a vast field. And things got hella creepy when the clown spots the drone and starts running towards the woods as fast as he can. What was he doing there? Was it just a fake or something more mysterious? We'll never know. Loch Ness Monster. Now this one was recorded a couple of years back, and since then it's gotten millions of views. It claims to have recorded the famous Loch Ness Monster. However, upon our research, we came to know that what we see in this video isn't a monster, or a seal, or a manatee. Instead, it's something more mysterious, and a species yet to be discovered since it was only sighted once. Rain of worms. It's not always just rain that comes pouring down from those mighty clouds. Sometimes nature decides to switch things up a bit, and that's when things can get a little weird. For instance, in China, after a particularly bad storm, hundreds of small worms suddenly appeared all over the streets, covering everything in sight, including people's cars. It was definitely a shock for the locals, and it just goes to show how sometimes nature can be angry too. A close call. This big guy was spotted swimming at Forster Beach. As much as he wanted to just swim by the humans unnoticed, it failed in its flawless plan. One of the humans saw the shark and freaked out, splashing and swimming in the water trying to get away from it. And the poor shark had to go back. We're just glad that the whole drama was caught by a drone. A witch. Let's say you're driving home from a party, blasting your tunes and enjoying the ride, but then out of nowhere, you see this old lady on the side of the highway. She's staring right at you, and as soon as you hit the brakes, she starts coming towards you. You try to reverse, but she's coming even faster, and now she's running at you like a zombie in a horror movie. I mean, come on, how wouldn't you freak out? But who is this old lady in white just standing in the middle of nowhere? Isn't it like something straight out of a nightmare? What do you guys think? A drone herder. We all must have heard at least once in our life to work smart and not hard. Well, this farmer just took it too seriously that he started using a drone to herd his sheep. All he has to do is fly the drone around them, and the sheep will go the direction the drone is directing them to. And the shepherd? Well, he just sits there enjoying his coffee and watching his sheep through the camera. Crooked forest. Well, to be honest, the thought of forest can be scary for some people, especially when you add crooked and oddly shaped pine trees that look like they belong in a black magic ritual. It's definitely not my cup of tea, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone who's faint of heart. But if you're feeling adventurous and want to explore the dark side of the woods, there's a forest in Poland where you can find 400 witch-like trees. So if that's your kind of thing, now you know where to find them. A curious cow. Now this fluffy guy saw a drone coming near it, and unlike most animals, the cow did not appear to be afraid or disturbed by it. Instead, it came near it, curiously looking towards the drone, giving it the cutest look possible. And even when the drone moved a little far away, the cow made sure to follow it. Maybe this cow has a crush on the flying machine. Who knows? Bear chasing man. This man in Russia happened to annoy a bear, and well, the bear started following him. The man thought he could easily escape the bear if he climbed up the tree, and this would make the bear give up following him and leave. However, this was not the case. Seeing the man climb the tree, the bear started doing the same. And as the whole thing was getting so intense, the man recording the whole thing decided to move the camera towards a bunny. Like, dude, let us see what happened. A bad dad. Okay, so we don't know if these kids were just being bratty and driving their dad crazy, or if the dad was just trying to have a little fun with his drones. Either way, what went down is definitely not something you want to try at home. Basically, the dad tried to lift one of the kids up with a drone and fly him over the fence. But things didn't quite go as planned, and the poor kid ended up taking a tumble. And not only did the boy get hurt, but the drone got messed up too. Moral of the story? Leave the drone flying to the professionals, Dad. A Chinese spy balloon. Guess what happened on February 3rd, 2023? People in the United States spotted a mysterious white balloon floating in the sky. And you won't believe what they thought it could be. A sneaky Chinese spy balloon. But here's the catch. Shooting it down could be super risky. Who knows if that balloon is carrying some super dangerous new virus or bacteria cooked up in China? Yikes. The good news is that maybe we can snag it while it's out at sea and bring it down in a safe way to investigate. We gotta be super careful before opening it up though. Safety first, people. Drone versus locusts. In 2020, India had to deal with a massive locust invasion. I mean, can you imagine fighting off billions of flying bugs? The Indian authorities came up with a genius plan to tackle the situation. They sent out their top-notch drones to do the job. These bad boys sprayed insecticide all over the swarm and even used their rotor blades to take down some of those pesky locusts. Pretty epic, huh? Cannock Chase Ghost. Cannock Chase is said to be the spookiest town in the UK, with loads of creepy stuff happening there, but people were still skeptical until a viral video surfaced recently. It showed a girl in a white dress standing in the forest, and it turned out she was a black-eyed girl in a school uniform. The footage was captured by drone and it spread like wildfire online, freaking out millions of people, especially those living nearby. This video might finally prove once and for all that the Cannock Chase is a hot spot for all things supernatural. Slenderman. You won't believe what these two buddies stumbled upon in the woods while playing around with their new drone. They caught something so freaky on camera that it sent chills down their spines. They spotted this strange figure aimlessly walking through the woods in broad daylight. And guess what? As soon as they uploaded the video online, everyone went nuts because they recognized it as the infamous Slenderman. It's like he was just wandering around, totally bored out of his mind. The guys even tried to approach him, but they were too scared to get too close. Can you even blame them? I wouldn't want to mess with that creepy dude either. A UFO. This mysterious object showed up in the San Diego skies the other day. It was a massive glowing thing that had everybody thinking it was a UFO. People from all over recorded it from different angles, and everyone's got their own theories about what it could be. So what's your take on this? Any guesses on what that thing really was up there? Weird creature. You won't believe what happened to these friends when they were hiking in the woods with their drone. Out of nowhere, this crazy creature crawled out of the trees and into view. They posted the clip on social media and people are freaking out. Some folks are saying it's a skinwalker, while others think it's a mutated wild animal. I have no idea what to think, but I want to know what you guys think. Drop a comment and let's get to the bottom of this thing. Ice discs. Have you seen this incredible video of a spinning ice disc in the Presumscot River, Westbrook, Maine? It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. This mind-blowing ice disc forms every year in the freezing cold temperatures of Maine. You can spot these spinning discs on the outer bend of the river where the water's moving faster and the force of the water creates a circular motion. A chunk of ice breaks off and starts spinning around, forming a perfect circle. It's no wonder this natural wonder has been catching the eyes of people from all over the world. It's just too cool to miss. Shade balls. Now let's check out this crazy cool thing the California authorities did to combat drought and prevent unwanted chemical reactions in drinking water. They dumped a whopping 96 million black balls, aka shade balls or bird balls, into the Los Angeles water supply. Now you might be thinking, why would they do that? Well, it's actually pretty genius. By blocking out the sun, the balls keep the water from heating up, which in turn reduces the evaporation process and helps save more water each year. And man, when you see the water reservoir from above, it's totally mesmerizing. Strange behavior. This thermal drone captured a pretty weird sight. As soon as it got near the animals, they started running away from it. And yes, I know that they must have gotten disturbed by the sound of the drone. The weird part here is that they're forming waves when running away. Isn't that a little weird behavior? Don't you guys think? African tree lions. This amazing drone footage from June 2020 by researcher Alexander Bruskowski shows lions chilling up in trees just like leopards. The dude spent a whole year monitoring and filming these epic cats in the Queen Elizabeth Conservation Area in Uganda. According to Bruskowski, these lions have picked up a new habit of climbing trees to keep an eye out for food. Smart move, considering they have to travel far to find their next meal. Oh, and get this, the lions have unique whisker patterns that make it easy to tell them apart. Who knew lions could be such tree huggers? Fog monster. Fog can be a total bummer. Not only does it mess up our visibility and increase the chances of accidents, but it can also be the perfect hideout for all sorts of creepy crawlies. Speaking of creepy, have you guys seen the footage captured by a French resident in June 2020? The video shows this bizarre-looking object hovering in the sky like a giant centipede. And it almost looks like it's disappearing into the thick fog. The craziest part is that the video was taken from a spot where the fog wasn't as intense, so you can clearly see this thing lurking around. So what do you think about it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The floating village. In Thailand, a small community of about 400 families have been living their lives floating on water. And no, they don't live on boats. Instead, the whole village is built on stilts. They even have a school, a small hospital, and restaurants floating above the surface. And well, this drone has captured the best views of the small town. Also, due to this place being very unique, it gains lots of visitors all the time, even from other parts of the world, to see just how these people live their lives. A frozen town. A drone captured footage of a totally charming snow-covered ghost town in Sementnazatsky, Russia. It's crazy. The place was totally abandoned due to high unemployment and everyone leaving the area. People even left their houses and cars outside to gather snow. But here's the thing. The snow adds a layer of mystery to the town and makes it even more beautiful. You can't help but stare at it. Just picture yourself walking through this frozen ghost town. Dead silent, with snow crunching under your feet. So eerie, yet so awesome, right? Presidents' heads. As eerie as it may look, no, this is not a set for a horror movie. Standing in rows in a field in Croker, Virginia, the 18 to 20-foot ghostly effigies of past U.S. presidents were part of a huge project someday. However, the lack of visitors, which was of course due to the poor location of the park, was closed, and for now these huge, massive heads of almost all the presidents have found a home in some faraway farm where they're left to become a part of long-forgotten history. The subscriber's pick. This image is of a mythological character called the Ninjan, and they're said to be the most ferocious residents of Antarctica and other colder regions. Even though Ninjans only belong to folklore and myths, there have been many times that people have claimed they've seen them. Still, nothing can be said for sure. You guys let us know your thoughts. Sea bunnies. And let's show you these adorable cute little bunnies now. These little creatures moving along the ocean floor with their fuzzy little ears and tails that resemble bunny features are called sea bunnies. They're found in various locations around the world and come in different colors. But if you're thinking about making one a pet, well, too bad. You can't. As they live for only a few months, it's not good for them to be kept in aquariums. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get updates related to our latest videos.